Well, good evening. Welcome to VP4TV. I hope you can hear me. I don't think I'm muted. Um, Welcome to Larry. We're here tonight, hopefully, to try and get coverage of this fourth round match in the 2024 Virtual Cowboy World Championship. Match between Tam from Scotland and VPMonster from the USA. VPMonster arrived in the lobby about 20 minutes ago. No sign of Tam. He's going to show up at the last minute. In fact, he's just responded to my message, so he should be on his way. I've just had a message through my phone. Yeah, the thing is, this is a funny thing. Somebody was at Mark asked in the lobby last night, "Is your PC sorted?" When is it? When? How long is it going to take to get through to people's heads that the PC isn't getting sorted? Uh, you know, there's nothing getting fixed in the PC. It isn't a fix overnight. I need a new PC. Simple as that. So, I mean, that's why I said yesterday, I said, why is it people every 2 or 3 days say, is the PC fixed? No, the PC isn't fixed and isn't going to be fixed either. I mean, that's it. No, I'm not running a Dell computer. I've never had Dell. We are a minute away from the start of the match. No doubt Tam's just going to jump in at the last second. Right, while we're waiting, we can see there's another match on the schedule on the one loss side. We've got the match with One Pocket Slim and Interchange X. That is tomorrow at 6 p.m. And if we look at the winner's side, we've got Cobra already through, of course, after his win against Interchange X, and he waits on the winner of this match. Tam has just arrived. The room is up. Let's get in. And we have Tam in the right. No, it isn't an easy fix, because it's not going to get taken in to be fixed. That's the thing. I can't afford to take it anywhere to get it fixed. I don't have the necessary funds, let alone buy a new one. So I said I wouldn't do this, but you know, I've did a couple of streams over the last 2 days and not had a problem. But then again, it can just raise its ugly head at any time. So let's forget about that. Let's try and forget about it. VPMonster won the lag. He's doing his 3-rail break. And he might be in trouble. Well, the 5 does go. But that's the problem, is where this is where Tam certainly can get in. Okay, that was never an easy pot off angle. Yeah, well, I put the heating on this afternoon, believe it or not. In fact, I'll tell you something else. I get out, I finished my work earlier today, and I finished at 12:30 this afternoon. And I get into the car, and I looked at the thermometer in the car, and it said 13 degrees, and I thought, it can't be that cold. It didn't feel like that when I get out of the store. But of course, the store's got air conditioning in it. And then when I got home, I was going to get something to eat, and it was that bloody cold. My hands were cold, so I had to put the heating on. It was bloody cold. And then yesterday morning, it looked like an autumnal day. It was blowing a gale, dark clouds scudding across the sky, rain blowing about. It was just a horrible morning yesterday. So we had our summer about 3 days ago, and that was it. Well, Tam's contribution was only one, and the one thing about this match is that I don't expect it to be taking too long. The only way it will take longer as if there's more than 3 racks played. Tam's objective is certainly to get to the caroms before VPMonster does, because that would apply the pressure to him. But it's not a case of, I think for Tam, it's not a case of getting to the caroms just before Monster, but it's also a case of controlling the caroms. Nobody wants to be playing caroms at distance, and probably the favourite for controlling the caroms better is probably Monster, although on any given day Tam could easily take him out. Yeah, he is at a hospital, although they're not saying what it was. You know, that's the thing, that at least I've not heard anything as to what he was taken in for. Whether it was a heart problem or whether it was, I mean, if it was a stroke, he wouldn't be out of hospital so quick. They'd be doing further tests on him, but whatever it is, they ain't saying. Well, the bad news for England in the European Championships is that if England beat Slovakia, they're going to be playing Switzerland next, and they ain't going to be favourites to win that match if they do get there, because Italy were absolute garbage. No, of course it's not drugs. Welcome to Mark, welcome to Jose. Put the boogie in your butt, never heard of that one. Well, Tam back at the table, Monster with a slender lead, 31 points to 7. Well, as I said, I did 2 streams on my truck yesterday and today, and didn't have a problem, but you know, that doesn't mean anything. It just seems to be it can just jump up at any time and decide to lock up. It never locked up, it never did anything, but I'm loath to do these streams with this hanging over my head all the time. But let's just hope it stays away, at least tonight. Well, he's got to get up the middle of the table. See, that's a bit distant. That's just a bit distant. He should be okay though, but it's just a wee bit further than you would like for comfort. No, it hasn't. The thing is, Larry, the weirdest thing is, right, here's how things have been. Up until last week, all the PC's been doing is just suddenly restarting. Which it can either do if I'm actually just you know, browsing the internet. It can just suddenly restart. I was sitting the other week there where I was doing actually nothing and it just restarted. But the restarts have stopped in terms of VP4. As far as VP4 goes, last week when I did watch that cue ball, there we go, a disaster there for Tam. And now he's under pressure. Monster with ball in hand can rack up the score here. But last week, when I did Friday night 9-ball, I think I had 2 lockups. And then when I did that last match that I had 3 lockups. Now a lockup is actually watching the table, and then suddenly nothing's happening in the table when I'm watching it in the game. And then if I go to move anything, nothing works. I can't Alt-Tab, I can't Control-Alt-Delete, I can't do anything. I just have to shut down the PC by holding the power button and do a restart. Now that suddenly happened with VP4. I've not had it happen with anything else. I was on, what do you call it, Alaskan truck drivers, and I was doing 2 or 3 runs on it, and I never had any issues, nothing locked up. I did my Eurotruck live stream yesterday, and I did a Eurotruck live stream today, nothing locked up. But the locking up thing has only ever happened in VP4, and it's only manifested itself last week. Now somebody explain that to me. Now why is Casino Jim not in the stream? Somebody drag him into the stream. I don't think he's ever been in the stream, or at least if he has, he's never said anything. And the other good news is that as of today, I have finished work and I don't go back until a fortnight on Tuesday. So I'm on my summer break. The bad news is that on first thing Monday morning, and this is why I can't, this is another reason why I can't get a PC, and I won't be getting a PC for a while. The car goes in for its MOT and service on Monday morning first thing, and then I'll get a phone call at some point on Monday morning telling me what the damage is and what's needing fixing. So I've got a hefty bill to come in for the car on Monday, as I do every year at this time. The car goes in for its MOT and service. So just get my fingers crossed. And of course, the other thing I have to pay tomorrow is my road tax. The road tax is due as well. It has to be paid before the end of the month. So that's 100 odd quid that I'm going to have to pay. So I'll get that bill, and I've got the car bill, whatever that might be, come Monday. So PCs are bottom of the list right now. Well, Tam's mistake. Well, I don't think he had an awful amount of points, but the bad news is that Monster's creeping away from him in this first rack. Well, Monster's visit was only 22, so Tam's got a chance here. He's got to have to play the 1-5 carom here. And he's got to watch how he hits the 5 ball. You want to hit it top side, not like that. Commentator's eye. You have to hit it top side, and that's a complete disaster. And not one disaster after another in this first rack for Tam, but that was how you don't do it. You have to hit that top side of the 5 ball. You hit it half ball below it, you're scratching. And that is played right into VPMonster's hands. And Tam is going to be kicking himself big time. Well, it might not be a disaster in terms of getting back to the table. Monster's got to dig out a pot here. And that's going to give Tam a chance to redeem himself. Well, this is full focus time for Tam, because he's got to redeem himself from these 2 disasters he's had. And the beauty of Cowboy is you're not dead and buried. It just takes one good run to get back into the rack. That needs to keep going. Thing is I don't know that I think he wants to play 5-3. I don't know that he wants to play 1-3. Well, he is trying to get to 5-1, and that's another. Oh dear. Well, you see, I think the 5-3 was a more sort of natural shot rather than trying to play a dinky thin edge of the 5. But well, it's all turned into a bit of a nightmare very early on this rack for Tam. And you know, Tam's then thinking, right, well, probably when I get back to the table, Monster will be into the 90s. And then of course he also knows that as and when he does get back to the table, he has to put a run together, because by that time Monster's probably going to knock in the caroms in. Now I don't know that worked. I think the 5 bumped to 1 out of the way. Yes, it did. So here we go for the 3rd time. And this is a must. I take it Casino Jim's not interested in coming into the stream then. Well, he needs to get some sort of control here, and he hasn't got that yet. He's not in the shape where you sort of know where you're going. You know, this is no good. I mean, that's really poor, and he's all over the place with that shot. And that shape that he left for the carom was really, really poor. You've got to get your head together if you're going to make any sort of comeback in this rack. We're only 14 minutes into the match. And I fully expect Monster to be on the 90s. Well, he'll take the 5 ball, and then he'll be in reasonable shape to get there. See, this is a lot more controllable. This is what you're trying to do. I don't know that that's particularly great, is it? See, this is on the thin side again. So he's on 84. And again, an off-angle pot. Cue ball running away. Although he's digging in as if he's holding it. You see, that's what's going to give Tam chances. Monster's always sort of struggling a wee bit in the potting side of things. But this is a sort of last chance saloon here for Tam. And I think he's taking big risks and letting loose. Well, he needs to get this out of his system if he's going to survive. Hopefully he's only doing this because it's in this stage of the rack, but he's got to believe that as long as Monster's not at 90, you've still got a great chance of catching him up. Well, got to take the 1 ball if it's going to be the easier pot. But doing that, he's not going to have anything that's comfortable for a carom. And it's all going to be at distance. Now a ball needs to get in play, and it looks like the 5 ball's going to oblige him. Now again, to me, you've got to get below the 1 ball here if you're the right side to do it. Well, obviously he wasn't. So now he's only got the 1 shot he can play. The force follow on to the 1. Now this is shaping up better. 3 ball on its spot. Get up above the 3 ball. Give yourself 2 chances. So now this is the first time in the match that Tam's had the table in shape where he's in control. Although that's killed it. That's killed it, because he's hit the 5 ball full on and it's gone straight to the rail and back out. So now he's got to dig out a pot. And the cue ball's got to go high enough here. This is going to be one of these sucker scratches. In fact, it's not even high enough angle to be comfortable to do that. Yeah. He's got away with it. And that 3 ball and 1 ball are now sort of isolated and they're dangerous to play caroms on. You don't want to be doing that. You know, anywhere, you know, the object ball's near a pocket, it's asking for trouble. And the 5 ball's now gone dead. That's even worse. So if he stays just below the spot of the 3 ball, or thereabouts, he's not quite there. He hasn't quite made it. He wanted to be sort of here, so it was a much more comfortable angle to get to this 1 ball. So now, got to get the thinking cap on. I mean, I suppose the brave shot now is playing the 5 ball. He's played the 1 ball. And so now everything's at distance. If that was me, I think I would have played the pot and the 5 ball there up the rail. If only just to get it back in play. Because this is threatening to run dry very quickly. But the run is 58. He doesn't want to lose these points. So he doesn't want to take risks. But now, if he takes this 5 ball and kills the cue ball, he may well be sitting good. Just got to watch that side pocket. Well, he hasn't killed it. And this is fairly comfortable. Just a dead weight edge of the 5 to the 3. Well, he's not playing it dead weight. And he's not getting any spin on it. So the run ends on 63. And that's what I mean about you're never dead. If you can get your head together and put a run together, you know, now this is anybody's. And now the pressure's on Monster to actually get to 90. So 85 and the 5. And I don't know that that's particularly great, is it? Well, he should be fine. This will go round the back of the 1. But he's got distance between everything now, so he's not got this in shape yet to, you know, to run a cluster of caroms. So Tam better get ready here. Like I say, Tam better get ready. Oh, has he got the 3? Has he got it? No, he hasn't. So now we've got a match on here in this first rack. Now that 3 ball's heading nicely to the 5 spot, so 5 goes in. That'll take him to 82. He's got an easy carom to follow. And he wants to knock this 3 heading down towards this bottom left-hand corner pocket. Well, he's actually caught across the top of it. But that'll do. That's 83, so 5 is 88, and then he's got another easy carom. Now this is where it's make or break if you're Tam, because you're at the table, you're in control. He just wants to brush the 3, nudge the 1 and pot the 1, and he's on 90. 3 ball, well, it's not gone great. But he's going to have 2 targets to get his first carom. And he's got to play the 1-5. And if he goes high enough... Oh, watch the cue ball. Disaster again. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Well, Tam has a habit of just putting his foot right in the mire when he's got the rack under his control. Welcome to Cloggy. Or Chimpy, I should say. Never Cloggy. Well, what... I mean, after getting that run and getting himself back in it, and then getting into the caroms, just overhits it, and he's let Monster back in. But Monster hasn't taken the opportunity, so Tam's going to have to do it all again. So this is take 2 to get to 90. And I don't think he's played that particularly well either, because first of all it wasn't really convincing, was it? But at least he's left Monster a problem. The 5 ball is dead. Monster's not going to be playing that many caroms here unless he can gather these two. It's going to be hard work for Monster to get away in the caroms here. It's going to be really tough. Well, he can go 2 rails. Or is he trying to double kiss this? Yeah, he's got it. Well, good luck getting another one here. He's absolutely dead line behind that 1 ball. So there's not a force follow on at all. That's a good effort though. Well, Monster on 93. Tam, you know something? Tam's destined to win this first rack. He's destined to win this because he's had disasters. He's had 2 or 3 goes. He's eventually got a run together that got him back in it. He's had a disaster in the caroms when he got there. And now he's got another chance to get back to the 90s. But once again, this isn't good. Watch the cue ball. That takes him to 82. So he wants to go left or right side of the table here off this 3 ball. He wants to be able to see the line. Well, tell a lie, he's actually potting the 1. I thought he was going to pot the 3 there and bring it up the table. I suppose it's not bad considering the 5 balls here. Well, now he's committed. It's either the 1 ball and keep the 3 ball there, or 3 ball and isolate it up table. So now he's going to be in 88. Well, I think he was maybe perhaps trying for the extra point there off that 5 ball. What did he do? Did he get a sequence here? What did I miss there with that? I thought he was on a pot. Well, he must have been on a carom then. And he missed obviously the 5 ball. That's why his visit's ended. Right. I thought I'd had a funny turn there. And Monster's let him in again. And now, well, it's going to be on odd numbers again. He's going to have to hold this cue ball to make it an easy carom from this 1 to the 5. I'm telling you, Tam's destined to win this first rack. He's had that many opportunities. That's the way the game goes. You know, you have 2 or 3 attempts. He has eventually get 1 good run, and then he's started and stopped to get to the 90s here twice. And here we go again. Although immediately he's not sitting in anywhere near good shape to continue it. It's going to have to be thin. And of course it's full in the face, so now the 3 ball's dead. That's what you don't want. Well, if you want to give yourself a chance here, the one thing you can do is just leave the table awkward for your opponent. Tam's still going here. Now he's got to try and get to the rail off this 5 ball. I don't know why he's trying to go 2 rails to come onto the 5 ball, but that's too thin. I don't know why he didn't cut the 5 ball to the rail and come down to the rail and kick the 1. To me that was a far simpler shot. But anyway, he's not left the table easy. Well, he could have had a better roll there, but he's going to come inside. Little soft draw. Well, this it could be the beginning and the end of this rack here. There is a 2-railer onto the 5-ball. There's a thin one from that side. Oh, he's going to bump it into... Oh, he's set it up for Tam now. Look at this. I'll tell you. Well, he's going to have hard work to do here, and he's got to send one of these balls up the table. The 3-ball looks the favourite to get it up the table to keep this going. And I don't think he's got to the 3, has he? Yes, he has. But he's got to try and get up the table with a ball here and still be able to play the carom if he wants to keep this going. I don't think he should be trying that. Is he trying to... He was thinking about the edge of the 3 up to the 1 there, but he's going to pot the 3. Right, so he's got a ball up the table. And that's a shot that's going to give him a chance of winning this rack. That was a shot he had to do. Oh, he's not going to get there, is he? Oof. Well, same again. You've got to think about getting this 1 ball. He might need to go 2 rails if he can do that. But he's got to send something up the table. And he's not hit it hard enough. Oh, maybe he has. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. How's his luck? Well, this is dangerous, because if you're going to stun that to play the carom there, you could bank the 5. You don't want to go near that. You don't want to even look at that. Now, is it coming back? Yes, it is. Watch the 3-ball. Oh, I think he's got a chance here. He's trying to get the spin to work if he goes to the rail. Oh, he hasn't. He's got it. He had the line perfect. The run is 8. And, of course, he's hooked himself in the 1 ball. Oh, disaster again. Well, whatever you do, hit the bloody thing. You know, don't lose your 8 points. Just, even if you just massey it round and hit the one. Why is he going around the rails here? I wouldn't be doing that. I'd just be trying to hit the one and biding my time. I would not be doing this. I mean, this would be a miracle if this actually works. But I'd be just trying to hit the one. I wouldn't be going 3 rails to do it though. And there goes the points. All that hard work for nothing. I think he should have just went to the long rail on the side there and the short rail on the bottom here and bumped into that one. Or tried a massey. But Monster can't. He can't get in. We're now 30 minutes into the match. And it's back to square one yet again for Tam. Now, of course, when you play a shot and you can't get there, the biggest problem is you end up setting up a carom for your opponent. Well, Tam hasn't really done that there with that shot, so, you know, whatever Monster gets, he's going to have to work for it. And that looks good. This is not perfect. If he hits it the wrong side, disaster. See, that's why you don't want to be playing a carom to a ball, particularly near the side pockets. Well, near any pocket, but the side pockets like that, because if you hit it half ball the wrong side, bang, in you go. And here we go again. Tam back at the table, still in 92. And he's got a chance to continue. Now, he wants to hit half ball the right side of this 5 ball, because that may well keep everything in place. He's hit it full in the face. What he wanted to do was glance off that 5 ball and go that way, so that he could possibly play the carom back to the 3. You see, now he's killed it dead. He can go 2 rails into the 3 though, but when you're playing the caroms, you've got to think about not just hitting the ball, but whereabouts you're hitting the ball, because that's how that's how you progress and keep control of the balls. You've got to just think about where that ball is making contact. Well, Tam's battling away here. He's now on level term. Now, is he going to keep his points this time? Oh dear. Well, that's a huge miss. That is a huge, huge miss. And look what he's left. Oh, I tell you, he's going to be annoyed at that, because this is rack over here. Hasta la vista, the first rack. One ball's coming right back into play. Or is it? Oh, he's okay. Yeah, that's a big, big mistake from Tam, because it's going to cost him. Well, one mistake too many has done him. Watch the one ball and another disaster. Would you believe it? I'll tell you, I've said it before, Tam's destined to win this. He's destined to win this rack, because strange things happen. Strange things happen when you're nudging near the side pockets. That rack was over, and Monster is going to be slamming his head off the desk there. Okay, this is not pretty. Now, if this was me, I'd just be rolling to the one ball. I wouldn't be trying anything elaborate here, because you're not leaving the table easy, but you've got to just try and hold it together and keep your points. Rolling to the one ball's not doing anything risky, but what he's done there. Oh, look at that. Well, rolling to the one ball, he wouldn't have left anything as simple as this. Leave it tough for your opponent to get in. Leave them to run a 2 or 3 railer to get there. And this one ball's coming back into play. Monster on 96. Well, it hasn't. It's sort of gone round the corner and out again. Well, Monster took a big risk there, because anything could have happened. And look at the 5 ball. It was tracking to the pocket. So all square. Well, if he's playing a draw here, this is risky. Yeah, he's caught it on the right side though. And look at the 3 ball. It's almost dead again. Monster in 99. Well, he's going to have to go the 2-in-1 shot here if he's brave enough, but I don't know whether he can get that without potting it. Yeah, that 3 ball is very dodgy. You don't want to mess with it. See, that's dangerous. You're trying to hit the point and use the 3 ball, but it's very dangerous. Now you see, there's Monster got the right idea. That's what Tam should have done 2 minutes ago on that 1 ball. He should have just done that and left it really difficult and forced. Now he's forced Tam into having to play a shot, and this is what you have to do. You have to make it difficult for the opponent and just cut and run, and Monster did the right thing. And Monster's now going to have a 1 to the 3. And he's trying to leave the 1 there for the out. And that, well, the only problem is he's stuck to the rail. So he's going to have to jack up here. Jack up big time. The fact that he didn't jack up was why he didn't get the angle off that 1 ball. Well, last chance saloon in this first rack. 1 to the 3, and then he might have to get crazy. He might have to do one of my 3 railers here, and I don't even think he's sitting pretty for that. But the one thing he has to do is protect the 1 ball. And that 1 ball sitting there It can't be left there. So this is all or nothing. To roll onto the 5. I don't think it's got the legs. He's not got the legs. I don't think this is particularly easy either, though. Well, he's looking at the side pocket. I think this is tight. You always got it. Well, that was a last mistake from Tam, but how many chances did he have? But I'll tell you where he went wrong. He went wrong in the shot I was talking about. Because no sooner had I said that Tam should have rolled it safe in that one ball and left the table open for Monster. Monster ended up getting in and doing the same to him. And, well, the one thing you can't say is you didn't have enough opportunities to win this first rack. I don't think Monster will be particularly happy either, because he made a whole lot of blunders that kept Tam coming to the table. And Tam's first contribution is not what you want. You want to make a statement in the second rack when you're breaking off, and the visit is only 4. That's not good enough. Welcome to Hazard. Well, Monster's going to be... He's going to be looking to put a stack on here and really apply the pressure. Now, once again, this is more favourable for the half ball left side like that, where you're keeping the 3 ball in play and you can actually pot it rather than killing it dead onto the short rail. Half ball caroms in Cowboy are good. Full ball caroms are generally not good. You're usually pushing a ball dead to a rail. It's always half ball you want, either left or right side. It's usually pretty good for keeping you at the table. Well, this is a bit of a stun across to the 1. And that 5 ball needs to stay handy. Well, it's going to be a toughish pot to stay at the table. This is thin on this 5 ball. And how's that? That's not bad. That's workable. Well, he's looking at drawing 3 to the 5. 5 to the 1 would have worked. And once again, half ball left side of the 3. See, that's no good. So now you've got to use the 5 ball to recover. And as soon as you do that, as soon as you push that 3 ball to the top rail head in that direction, unless you very quickly... This is a disaster. Oh, goodness me. Look at that cue ball. I mean, it did everything but fall. And the run goes to 51. And counting. And the 1 ball's in play. And this is looking very good. And... well, Tam's going to get the... he's going to get the full degree of punishment here by the look of it, unless Monster does something disastrous. Well, what do you do? Do you get the 5 in play? Yes, he is. But so he's got to get a recovery shot on here. You always have these sort of little mini crises sometimes when you're on a decent running cowboy. You have to get that recovery shot. See, this is just looking like going a bit pear-shaped here. He's needing a good pot now on this 5 ball. And he's not necessarily going to be sitting pretty on the follow-up carom. You see, that's what's caught him out there. He just got out of shape. But nevertheless, the priority is get the points on the board. They're in the bag. And a good run of 60 applies the pressure to Tam. What's your cue ball? Oh, God almighty. Well, I think Tam's got a crisis in his hands here, because whatever he's doing, he wants to stop doing it. He's had 2 visits in this rack. Breaking off first, the visit was only 4, and his second visit, complete disaster. And he's going to be waving bye-bye to this rack pretty quick, I think. I think Monster's going to be really, really annoyed if he doesn't get to 90 here. Well, commentators curse here. Look at this. Would you believe it? Oh, God. And Tam handed another lifeline. Well, all you have to do is just dig in. You've just got to dig in. This cue ball needs to get away from the spot. Well, that 5 ball wasn't in good line. It was too much of a line onto the 3, so again, Tam's visit is only 11. Welcome to Fast Eddie. Well, this is take 2 as far as VPMonster goes. Thinking he should be at 90 by the time he's finished this visit. Well, I don't think the Saturday Night Live doubles will be going ahead. It never usually does. Monster moves on to 80. This match is 46 minutes old, and in actual fact, that first rack could have been over an awful lot sooner. It could have been one of the quickest racks of the tournament. Well, that double kiss he could well do without, because that spoiled his chances there. Needs a good little recovery shot here. Bringing the 3 ball round into play. And that's pretty good. Now he might be trying the same thing with the 5 ball. He's just got to be careful with the line of the 5 ball, because that could be a 3 railer. Well, he's played it dead soft. He's trying to keep them this end of the table. One ball is going to be out of the equation unless he sends a ball around here. He's trying to get the 5 ball round this time, and it's not quite got there, but he's still good with the 3 to the 5. Although Maybe not. He's just got to watch. He's just got to watch that he overcuts this 3, and that's what he's doing. Make sure he isn't potting it. Again, he needs a recovery shot. They haven't fallen into place. Oh, it needs a little kiss. That'll do. I think he can still work. He can still work off the 5 to the 1. I don't know that he can do much with the 5 to the 3. Yeah, he was trying to get cheeky there. There wasn't much room to work with at all. But nevertheless, it's another little contribution. He's well into the caroms. Tam's all over the place at the moment. And I think he can wave bye-bye to this rack. Well, Cowboy is a good game. No, if you play it the way I play it, but if you play it with a bit more consistency and be competitive. We saw, you saw how Tam was sort of dead and buried in that first rack and eventually got himself back in it, had the chance to win it, but made the wrong shot choice in my opinion. And Monster showed him how to play safe in that first rack. Just right after when I said Tam should have done it, Monster did it. And look at this for a setup. Now the main concern is he's got to make sure he can see the 1 ball here. Although he's got 1 carom to get to 100, this can go ugly very quickly. He's got to try and play this where the 1 ball's going to stay clean. And that is certainly workable if he wants to go feather light. Oh, he's fouled it. He's fouled it. Did he get the extra carom? What the hell happened there? Oh dear, look at this. This is Tam has blown a gasket. He can't pot a bloody straight in 5 ball. What the hell's going on here? Well, Tam's back at the table. He must get that 5 ball out of there. Very sharpish if he's going to have any chance. Slim though it is, he must get the 5 ball in play. And I think he's locked that to the rail. That is not quite frozen. He's trying for a better opportunity here to get to it. Well, I don't know what the hell happened with that shot there. I'm going to have to watch it played back. I don't know what the hell Monster did. Aye, that's what it is. I think Jose's got it right. That's why I'm thinking he was on 99. He was trying to keep the 1 ball clear, and he got the extra carom, which took him over the score. So Monster once again trying to kill off this second rack. He's got an easy 2-railer into one of these balls, and that's very well done. Now I think he was looking at playing the 3 ball and trying to nudge the 5 down towards the 1 there, but he's not maybe well, he's back looking at it, but I don't think. Well, now he's going to have another go at it this time. He's going to play the shot that. Yeah, I see he's glanced off it. That 3 ball trying to come around the corner. It's done not bad, but again it's long distance here, but he's got to again hit it half ball. That wasn't quite half ball. He's on 99, and he's just a sort of half-hearted attempt there. He just wanted to make sure he kept what he had. Tam away back in 31. Monster quite content just to wait on his next opportunity. So the objective for Tam now is, obviously you're trying to stay at the table, but you've got to protect the 1 ball. He's not on 100, but as soon as Monster gets to 100, you must protect the 1 ball. You're only prolonging the inevitable, but there's always that slim chance that you might get on a run. And with Tam hanging the 5 ball, that's again made life more difficult for Monster. Although he's got a good 2-3 railer here down the left side. You just got to miss that side pocket on the left hand side here. That's what he's trying. He's missed the pocket. Oh, that's unlucky, but he had the right idea. That's a shot I would have played. The only worry was the side pocket being in the way. Well, see, Monster's getting wise to the situation here. He's going to play a deliberate foul himself, or at least I think that's what he was thinking of doing. I mean, he can go for the 2-3 railer onto the 1 ball. Same shot as he tried the last time. Miss the side pocket, overcut the 3, and come down this left side onto the 1. And that's too thin. That's going to pot the 5. But I suppose, in one sense of the word, that puts the pressure on Tam that now the 5 is in play. Tam would have been leaving that 5 ball there all night just to mess Monster about. And the fact that the 5's now in play, that's forced Tam into trying to score some points here. But I think when you're in this situation, you've got to play the odds. You know, if you're not in ideal shape, and he's missed the carom, but that was an open table shot though, so he's okay. But I think if you don't have a guaranteed shot, then it's far easier to play a safety and make sure that he doesn't have that outshot in the 1, or at least if he does, it's very difficult. So everything's going to be hard work here for Tam. You can't get into any real control. I mean, it's a big target, this 5 ball. I still expect him to get this. And would you believe it, he's found the back end of it. And is that last chance? Well, he can go. I mean, this is a shot. I mean, Monster's looking at it a different way. If you go 3 to the 5, you'll get the outshot off the 1. That's a shot to play. That's a shot to play. If you play the 3 to the 5, you'll get the outshot off the 1. And that's perfect. Commentator's eye, and Monster eventually saw that was a shot, because you're always leaving the 1 on, and this should never be missed. For 2-0. That's exactly how I would have played that. So Tam has got hard work ahead of him. Monster on his break. Gets the carom. Almost pots the 3. Now, what does he do? Does he play the 1 onto the 3, or does he just pot the 3? Because he's going to have a long carom regardless. And the 1 ball going in, that's ideal, because now we're back to square 1. That was perfect. The 1 ball following that in. So, well, nice and gentle on the 5 ball, unless you're coming down the middle of the table. See, that's gone slightly awkward. It's a little force follow from distance. And, you see, it's just, again, in fact, he's on a pot now. What am I thinking about? He's on a pot. Well, if ever you want to tighten the noose around your opponent's neck, this is exactly the opportunity that VPMonster's got here. He's in straight away here on his break on rack number 3 with a 2-0 lead, and he can put this match to bed with a very good contribution here in this first visit, and then we can all go and watch the football. Now, for any latecomers, you must be aware that this PC has been a disaster for the last couple of streams that I've done. Not necessarily the last 2 days that I've been testing again, but it's got me so frustrated I don't want to stream. But it's a vicious circle. If I don't do it, I don't get the match archived. And we've got another match tomorrow on the 1 loss side with 1 Pocket Slim and Interchange X, which I think is tomorrow night at 6 PM. I'm going to be trying to do that. Touch wood, nothing's happened tonight, but like I say, anything can happen at any time. You've just got to be patient with me. Because we're getting to the business end of the tournament as well. Monster, his visit ends on 44. Well, Tam, what do? Do you play it half-heartedly, or do you knuckle down and dig deep? Do you just let loose, and what happens, happens? Well, the first objective is always to get rid of the deficit. That's the first objective you have to be doing. Now again, when you've got a shot like this, you've got to get that cue ball on the mat, and Tam's played out a sequence here. In fact, he's actually got really fortunate, because he's played a carom there, and he's actually ended up fluking the 3 ball with a pot. And I think, I think he might think that he's done everything okay there, but I don't think he realised that he's cocked up there. He was on a pot. He missed the 5 into the side pocket. He caromed the 3 ball, and the 3 ball went in, and he thinks everything's okay. I don't know that he knows he made a mistake there. There is no way that he knew he was going to pot that 3 when he played the carom off the 5. And I think he's actually bewildered and not even aware of what he's just done there. He has no clue what happened there. Watch the cue ball. Disaster again. Running loose. Big time. Well, I think Tam's probably thought it's sayonara. Monster with that 44-point first visit and no reply from Tam. And Monster can, well, he'll be relaxed now. You know, this is just going through the motions till you get to 90. So the match is 1 hour and 2 minutes old. So, you know, this is the only match that's really kept up to pace in terms of what we play when we play doubles. You're looking to get you should be roughly half an hour for a game of Cowboy. And we're certainly well on par here as far as that goes. In fact, we're probably ahead of it when you think about it for 3 racks. We're not on 3 racks yet, but we're just over the hour for 2. Well, Monster had an unimpressive performance in the previous Cowboy World Championship of like 2 years ago. I can't remember how far he got, but it wasn't that far, I don't think. But he's done a lot better so far in this tournament, and provided he keeps doing what he's doing tonight, he's going to have a big showdown with Cobra, the current virtual Cowboy World Champion. And in fact, that'll be the hot seat match to see who gets the final. So it will between those two, provided this match turns out the way it's going to go. And Tam, assuming it goes the way it's going to go, is going to end up over there. And he's going to wait on the winner of U Plonker Rodney and MC Clarkey on the top half of that one loss side. And we have the match with One Pocket Slim and Interchange X tomorrow night, or tomorrow early evening my time, 6 PM British Summer Time. That'll be like 1 PM Eastern. And meanwhile, Monster back at the table again. Tam's managed to get a point on the board, but that's it. So I think this is all over. Well, he's managed to find behind the back of that 5. That's a bit of a shocker, finding that gap. Well, you might as well let loose, Tam. I think you're way beyond the point of no return here. You might as well just let loose and see how things go. I mean, don't just bang at balls. I mean, maybe just speed up a wee bit, whatever, and just have a go at them. See what you see and play it. Because you never know. But it's a bit of a long shot, to say the least, to get out of this hole. Well, he hasn't got the 5 to the hole for a start. So again, that visit, only 6. And I think the fat lady is warming up. She is warming up big time. And Monster. Well, if you've got to this stage in the tourney, what you want is a comfortable win, and this is going to, tick all the boxes as far as VPMonster's concerned, because he knows that, on the day, Tam can cause you serious problems. But not today, by the look of it. Monster's missed a carom. He's only 4 away from the 90. Well, I suppose you know, if you're Tam, you just don't look at the scoreboard for a long while. And again, he doesn't have to because he's missed the carom. Can't get in comfortable shape. Well, Monster, I don't know whether he's going to... I'd be trying to bump the 3 ball here. Pot the 1 and try and spin into the 3. Get it into play. He's on 86. Mind you, if he does that, that'll take him on to 88 and the 1 ball's going to spot. Right, so we'll carom 3 to 1, that'll be 88, then he pots the 1, so if he doesn't hit the 1, well, he looks as if he's going the other way. Is he going to come back to the 3 or come up to the 5? Yeah, just brushes the 5. That's got him on to 89 and he's sitting plumb on the 1 ball. That's worked out perfect. Couldn't have played that any better. Oh dear, commentator's curse. Would you believe it? He's missed a sitter on the 1 ball, and that's annoyed him. Because he was obviously thinking about the cue ball there, about where he wanted the cue ball for the follow-up carom. And he's a bit pissed off because he really should have had this match over pretty much right here and then, but he's going to have to wait again. Well, I'm almost down to the bottom of this 5-litre bottle of water, but the good news is I bought four backup bottles of 5 litres the other day there, so I'm well supplied for my 2 weeks off. Well, it's all hard work for Tam, and he's overcut that by the country mile. Well, it'll be good evening and goodbye to Brainful Out, because this match is over pretty much, unless some sort of miracle happens. Well, this could be an opportunity to kill it right here and now. Who the hell's Germany playing again? Oh, he's potted the 5. Who's Germany playing again? Because that can be a good match, because it's already started, hasn't it? Yep, that should be a very interesting match. I'm desperate for this to finish so I can go and watch it. I think Tam's got the same idea though. That's the unfortunate thing. I think he wants to see the match as well. Well, Tam's sort of treading water here, trying to put something together, but he cannot really get things under control here yet. He's got to give this 5 ball a good bump if he can. Well, at least he's kept it where he's got a pot. The problem with this shot is that the 5's spotting and he's going to be a long distance away from his follow-up carom, whatever he does. So he's going 5 to 1. I mean, it's a perfect line for it. And once again, the 5 ball has gone to that awkward spot. Now he could go inside to the rail and try and come up and bump the 5. Well, he's played a drag shot there, so he's going force follow 5 to 3 and might bank the 5. And that's not getting there at all. Well, Monster's got to make sure that if he's playing the carom, that he overcuts the 1, because the line for the carom to the 5 could be potting the 1. And that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to make sure he was getting the carom but not potting the 1. Now, you know, you've got to give 10 out of 10 for somebody to come up with that number for their actual handle in VP4. I mean, who the hell comes up with that for a handle? 13760111728. I mean, you know, you've got to be a bit clueless to sit there thinking, what do I put in as my name? I can't think of anything for my name, and then just bash some numbers. Got to be somebody that's gratis. It's got to be somebody that's gratis with that sort of caper. No, it isn't. You don't have a rating if you're not if you're gratis. He's down there as a rookie. According to that, he's from China. Maybe he was typing Chinese characters and that's where it comes up in VP4. Because VP4 doesn't have Chinese text. So that could well look totally different to him and his keyboard. And all the time we're chatting away, or I'm chatting away here, Tam's got himself to 68. Monster's finally got himself to 90. He's got the 5-3 here. And he's got to keep that 5 ball in play as well. Now, if he plays this nice and gentle, if he's got the line that he can play it gentle, he could well keep that 5 handy. Well, he's going to have to play the draw then. Well, little force follow, send the 1 around the corner. I don't think he likes that. He's looking at it. Let me have a look. Aye, the force follow is fine. Just got to watch the pace you play this at so that you get the cue ball to the 3 and you don't send the 1 ball too far up the table. That's got to go far enough. And it hasn't quite. He would have liked that 1 ball to have been about there, and that way the 5 to the 1 would have been fine. See, with this one here, you start banging at stuff to make stun shots onto balls, then your thing's running loose. Well, he's got the 1 back to the 5. It's very thin, I think. He could overcut the 1 and bank onto the... overcut the 5 and bank the cue ball up onto the 1. I don't know that he got there, though. So the run ends in 5, but that's got Monster well into the caroms on 94. And this is definitely last chance saloon for Tam. He must get to 90 on this visit, or he's heading to the 1 loss side. Now, can he get through there? Yes, he can. So he goes to 74. Now, I think I'd be potting a 5 here. See, the fact that he's played the 3, he's having to run the cue ball loose there. If you pot the 5 and cut the 5, you're at least controlling the cue ball to the middle of the table to play the 5-3. Oh, and this is a disaster. He hasn't hit it, has he? No. And that's all over. Got to be all over now. That's 3 ball. And that has bounced perfect. He's got to play the little nudge. Oh, he's missed it though. He hasn't got into it. He had to play the little stunny nudge there. I think he thought he had the line off the 3 ball, but it was never going to get there unless you played the little sort of half ball stun. And once again, Tam's missed the pot. And not only that, he set up Monster with a simple little carom to get him back going again. Needs to hit it. And that's landed very nice. Now, of course, the 5 ball's out of the game. That just makes it a wee bit more difficult for Monster. But he's got plenty of time to play with here. Well, this is a nice little 2 railer into the back end of this 3 ball here off the 1. He's looking at going the other way, 3 ball around the corner to the 1. But 1 ball off the long rail on the left to the 1 to the 3 would have worked. Well, that's worked out nice as well. That was very well done. And again, he's got a nice little single rail bump into the 3 to take him to 100. But he's got to get the 1 ball out of there. Yeah, well, I think first of all, the 3 ball's in the way of the 3 railer. Now he could go up and down. He's trying to play the big stun across into the corner for the match. Didn't get there. And, well, Tam can't leave the 1 ball there. Well, he would have liked to be able to see the 5 ball clean. This cue ball's going. Oh, now how fortunate has Tam been there, because the 1 ball has left itself in the kitchen. Well, Tam's got to keep his wits about him here. Tam's in 1 foul. Monster's about to be on 1 foul. And if Tam gets dirty, he could maybe put Monster in a snooker here, given the opportunity. Well, Monster's looking like going up and down to hit this one rather than taking the foul. So now with Monster being on 100, it's all about survival for Tam. So it is going to be 1 foul each. So Tam can't play to go in 2 fouls, but he can certainly try and hook Monster off this 1 ball. He's got to play, 3 ball and snooker him behind the 5, and I don't know whether he's actually got there. That's pretty poor. He's actually left him an outshot, believe it or not. Oh, I don't know that he's left him enough for the outshot, though. I don't think he can get it thick enough, can he? I'm not convinced he can get it thick enough. And I don't think he could. But at this situation, you're really only prolonging the inevitable. You're really trying to just mess things up for Monster. You've got to take what you can get when you can get it, but when you don't think you've got an easy follow-up, then you've got to duck and dive. And this is game, set and match this time. Bottom right-hand corner pocket for the match. So this for the 3-0 win for VPMonster. And in it goes. Well, a comfortable win in the end after an hour and 23 minutes, which is quick. And Monster goes through for a showdown for the hot seat match with the defending champion Cobra from the UK. And we'll get confirmation of that because Tam is coming over to this side in a minute. If we can get the bloody thing to work, is it? There he is. And he's now waiting on the winner of MC Clarkey and Rodney. And on the winner's side, we have that match now set between Cobra and VPMonster. They've got until July the 11th to arrange that match. Don't forget, folks, I'm going to be here tomorrow. We're going to try and have a trouble-free stream that we may well have had tonight. We'll have that match on the one-loss side with One Pocket Slim and Interchange X tomorrow night at 6 PM. So thanks for watching. Great that it went okay with no problems. Will it continue tomorrow? Well, you can join us if you've got time. And we should have a decent match tomorrow as well between Slim and Interchange X. I think, well, Interchange X is from the States, so it's going to be a USA battle tomorrow night. So until then, I'll bid you good night, and we're all away to watch the football. We'll see you later.